Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Okay, so if you can't really tell, these are two more Christmas journals. These are going to be the last two Christmas journals that I'm going to make and put in my Etsy shop for this year. I will make my own December daily, and I'm thinking about bringing you along on that, and I'm trying to decide what kind of journal I want to do. I have a couple of ideas, but anyway, that's for another video. Let me walk you through these two journals. So from the outside, they look very similar. And from the outside they are, but once you get on the inside, they're very different in style. So I think let me start over here on the left, and yeah, did you hear that? Jingle bells. I'll start here and then we'll go over to the other one after. So here we have a really sweet wraparound style journal. The signatures are sewn into the spine for both of these. The back is left undecorated. And so let me tell you, these two, I haven't made one quite like these yet, but I really like how they turned out. So I'm thinking there's gonna be more like this. We'll see. I'm thinking about it, but what we've got going on is I took some padded envelope that I had and recycled it. One large envelope ended up making both of these journals. So I took the envelope and added another piece of paper on each side, just a thin packing paper, and then sandwiched that in between the two pieces of fabric. So you've got fabric, the same fabric on the inside and outside, and then yes, I have that ribbon that was here. Actually, let me show you. So really pretty rosette trim here on top of like a burlap ribbon, and then this fabric ribbon as well, and that's black there. It's not navy. So yeah, I found that in the Christmas trims at Joann this year. So if you're interested in that, you can probably still get it. But yeah, so really kind of a natural looking cover for both of these. And they've got a nice kind of squishy feel about them. So really fun. And then on the inside, I went ahead and rated my scrapbooking paper pads for to see what I have for Christmas. And this is from Michael's from not this year, maybe even 2 years ago. It's from their Hot Buy paper pads. So by Craftsmith, I think is the name that they use for most of their Hot Buys. But it's kind of a different color palette for Christmas, which I really was drawn to. It's more of like a berry color, like not pink so much. I would say magenta, garnet kind of colors. I mean, well, you can see here, so hopefully you can kind of get a sense of the color scheme. So the front and back, we've got the same kind of pocket where I've reintroduced that ribbon again. We've got some of that burlap ribbon, and you've got a little flower there, and the pocket, and it's been reinforced by stitching at the top there. And then of course I do stitch around everything and actually tack it down with glue as well, so it's not going anywhere. The scrapbooking papers in both of these have been tea dyed, so I don't have any issues when I do that, and actually I think it really helps to add a lot of character. I've heard other people say don't ever coffee dye or tea dye scrapbook paper because it's too thick, but I don't ever have any problems with it. And yeah, so it's kind of hard to see. Hopefully my lighting's just not great. But it's definitely not bright white. It's kind of like it's tea dyed. So you got a nice big journaling card in the front pocket there. All right, let me quit jabbering on and show you this journal. So I went ahead and used the cut apart sheets and journaling card sheets from the scrapbook paper pad and used that to help decorate this journal. Honestly, I didn't add tons and tons of extra stuff because I think these are going to be perfect for a December daily. So I wanted it to be open for you to add your personal touch to it. Things in the pockets are going to be more, you know, tea-dyed writing paper. Nothing really decorated as far as that goes. So let's just go ahead and get through this. So yeah, so like even here we've got a tag that's been distressed around the edges, but other than that, that's ready for you to add your personal touch to it. And actually, I think it would be fun if you continued to decorate around some of what I've already done. So yeah, there's definitely room for more things to be added for sure. Got a nice belly band here with some just of it, more writing paper tucked in there. I like how they had a couple of these pages where they're just 6 by 6 and there's just writing space in there. Just turn some of these pictures that they had on one page into little tuck spots. Just more writing space there. Little belly band up here with some writing paper. I think, you know, replace this with a little card that you might get or something, or a picture or something. Another tag here. This page has a glassine bag. There is room to tuck something back behind there. And then I have, this is a digital that I used a few pictures from, and I'll link to the digital kit below if you're interested. But this is just some copy weight paper, and that's been tea dyed. So that's just tucked in there. And there's a few of these throughout the journal too. I thought they were kind of a nice touch to this theme. And if you don't want to keep them in there, you certainly don't have to. They're not attached in any way. But yeah, this is why it's just gorgeous. The flowers. And so we've got a journaling card in there. Some more little tuck spot here. Really, really pretty. So, tuck spot here. Another little tuck spot there. Here is another one of that from that digital kit. Also blank but tea dyed on the back. I don't know. I'm seeing, like, if you have an Instax camera or something, a little picture down here maybe of, you know, kids opening Christmas presents. Who knows? You could put whatever you want in here. But as I'm putting these together, that's kind of the things that I'm thinking about, you know, as far as who might be using these. So sending you warm wishes at Christmas, it says. There's another tuck spot here, and I didn't add anything there. I wanted to not bulk it up too much with extra papers that you may not necessarily need. Little tuck spot here, a couple little tags in there. This is another belly band with some writing paper here. I don't know if you can see, but that is total gold foiling right there. Another little tuck spot here. It says joy. We got another bag here, and I did put a little paper back there, but that again is blank. And then here we have another inserted sheet, not printable. I didn't plan to do this, but I kind of like how it turned out. So as I was putting this together, and afterwards I was flipping through, I'm like, oh, okay, 2 of the same wreath. That's kind of cool. Really, really pretty background papers here. Gold foiling. Yeah, I think just adding some images here would really be cool. Just, you know, lots of fun papers for sure. Another belly band here, and that's gold foil as well. And then some more of that packing. No, that's just, what is that paper? It's just a thin paper. Tuck spot here, 2 tuck spots there. Another side tuck spot, and there's that journaling card. There it goes, nice little pocket. Got another belly band over here. This one's a little bit wider. Cute putting, it would be cute to put some pictures on there or something. Or, you know, if you're doing a collage or glue book or something, adding to that maybe. Another tuck spot with some stuff inside. And then there's the end page. So at the back we've got another big pocket for you to add more maybe cards or what have you for you to put into your journal. So that is this first journal. And I found it holds just fine if you loop it one time, but you can loop it twice if you want to make sure it's doubly secure. So there is that journal. Now for this other one, similar but slightly different. Well, kind of different. So again, this is actually a different fabric. It's a little bit darker of a brown, but I did take some white gesso to it and kind of did a little bit of a treatment. So it's maybe not as soft as the other one was, but again, it has the same internal structure as the first one did. Down here, I've added part of a really old handkerchief. That this is, I haven't done anything to the color of this. This is actually vintage and wonderful, wonderful antiquing. So you've got a nice pocket here, and then I reinforced the top part of the pocket with some sewing, so it should not ever come apart. The sewing thread on this is green, and then this is another tiny little pocket. I don't know if you had something else you wanted to put in here. You could certainly tuck something else in there that's long and skinny. And then again, this one, we've got the signatures sewn into the spine. All right, so for this one, used a scrapbooking paper pad as well, but I went to a copyright-free images place that I like to use called Pixabay, and I just did some searches for hometown Christmas, that kind of stuff, and I just found some really cool images. So that's kind of what these are. And so I've taken these, and they're pretty thick, these in the front, and then I've done some collaging on the back with some just writing papers and whatnot, and so those are just tucked into the front here. You've got this sweet little girl, she's like a watercolor, and there's the back of that one, and then this one has it's kind of like a fur kind of blanket. It's probably faux fur. Some lights in there. You got some hot chocolate yumminess, and then it says December 25th. And then there's the back side of that one. So there we go for the front of this. For the closure, I just did a fabric tie on the side. And again, that has been reinforced with sewing on both of those. On the front, we've got a collaged pocket. So what I did was I took some more fabric and I layered a burlap ribbon, a different burlap ribbon with polka dots on it, because why wouldn't you do that? It's so cool. So cute. I found some this red trim that I think I got from Target a couple years ago. I still got some of that. And then I just did a little collage down here with some Tim Holtz ephemera. Tucked into that, we've got some more fun tags. So I'll start at the back. So at the back, I found this. It's from that same Pixabay copyright free image place. And it was for an advent calendar, so it stops at 24. But I thought if you wanted to use this as your December daily and these were your numbers for your you know, entries, how cute would it be if you took a little circle punch or something and punched each of these out, or just cut them out and use them however you wanted to. So I'm going to include that in here. A couple more from Pixabay. I love this. It's so cute. So stage a little picture here, and then there's the back side of that one, some graph paper. And then this one's just really pretty lights in the back of that one. And then this one is some from paper ornaments I had made, 2 years ago, I think. I just took some book pages, added gesso, did kind of like a collage of that on a page, and then sewed some of the where they met, and then cut that out into different shapes. And so this one's of a star, and then I sewed around the perimeter of each of them. So just put one of those in here for you. And then throughout this journal, we've got the scrapbook papers, like you can see here. And again, these have been tea dyed. But then there's also, I have from a book about Christmas, like different Christmas songs, just the words, Christmas recipes, some poems, I think, and some like religious type looking like angels and stuff. And I think the shepherds images. So that's what this book is, or this page is from. This is actually the title page. So, but I thought it would be perfect if you wanted to put like what year your journal is for, or what have you. This is from a vintage Christmas music digital kit, and I'll link that kit down below in case you're interested. And again, I've tea dyed everything. And then this is from the actual scrapbook page, paper pad that I used. I believe I got this from Hobby Lobby last year. I don't remember what this one's called. Honestly, I don't know that they even sell it anymore. And then throughout this journal, I've tipped in with some washi tape that's been glued, different pages from a different Christmas book that has, you know, decorating for Christmas, again, Christmas recipes and Christmas crafts. So I just found a few papers that I thought were really interesting images, and then each of those has been backed with a different kind of backing paper, so you can have more space to add your photos and writing and whatnot. So we got a Santa Claus there from that Pixabay site again. So yeah, I'll kind of quit jabbering and kind of just walk you through. So this is another one of those papers, and that's what that looks like. This actually is vintage Christmas music from a children's Christmas book. If you want to make some eggnog, here you got yourself a recipe. Or hot spiced cranberry punch. Another little flip out from that book, and then this one opens to a second image of some little, I guess, pine cones made to look like Christmas trees in some jars. So then that's what that page looks like when you open it. And you got a watercolor Christmas tree there. So yeah, here is, like I said, some angels from that book and some poems. Here I had a pair of earrings of some mittens, and so I just added that in as a charm, and then added some hemp twine there. You could totally tuck a little photograph under there, or another tag, or a Christmas card, or what have you. Move it wherever you want it to move to, you know. So the shepherds. Here's another tip in of some little reindeer made out of wood and branches. And then that's the back side of that page. So as you can see, there's a lot of room for you to add your own touch. This is from a totally non-Christmas book, so you probably would want to cover this up or just rip this page out if you really don't want it. But I really liked the tea dyeing on that, and so I kept it in there. This is from a guidepost book about Christmas. I think this is maybe one of only 2 pages that I pulled from that, and that's from like the 80s. So just a nice wintry scene there. Here is another little flip out page, and then on the back side of this one, I added one of those glassine bags that I had tea dyed, and then turned that into a pocket then. And then you have another pocket here to add something to. A tree trimming party menu. Fun. More wise men. All right, so you've heard them. Let me show you them. So we've got some really pretty little glass ornament charms filled with little crystals in red and green. I don't know how well you can see this. I'm sorry about my lighting. But then I added some little jingle bells. So you've got one that's red and one that's green. This one has 2 little jingle bells. So those are just kind of hanging off to the side. This one's actually holding this page down. But another page from that book about Christmas. And then this one is backed with some writing paper. Oh, and I forgot, there are a couple pages from a book I have. It's a photography book of California. And this particular page was showing close-up of ice pellets, I guess. It looks like maybe it hailed or something. And then some pine needles on top. So I just thought it was kind of Christmassy and stuff. And then obviously the back page, you're probably going to want to cover that up with something else. Another page from that book about Christmas. I just turned that into a page in the journal. Some ornaments. Or that vintage music paper. And is that the same Santa Claus? It might be the same Santa Claus. The back side of that page. Here we have another page from that Christmas book. Some homemade little heart ornaments there, and then that's the back side of that. Pretty cardinals. Angels from the Realm of Glory. I have a feeling that's what that image is from. Another flip out. This is of an Advent calendar. And then on the back side, we've got a little Christmas tree made from candy dishes. Really cute ideas. And then that's what the back sides look like. Here's your little charm. Another page from that guidepost. And so this is Deck the Halls, made to look like middle-aged style. I don't know. Here we have another tip out, and I used another one of the tea dyed glassine bags, and that flips open for you to have more space there. And then on the inside of that one, we've got another page from that book, and I've backed that one with some tea dyed graph paper. Mulled cider punch. Ooh, now we're talking. Alright, so now here we're in the last signature. So more of the same. Gotta have some Christmas gnomes. Here's the back side of that. And then I attached this to an envelope, so there is actually a pocket here. I think it would be really cute if you kind of decorated this little flap, and then the other side you could decorate too. So here again is another page from that photography book. And then I've turned the other side of this. I've just flipped the, folded the page up and turned that into a little pocket for you. And it's hard to see the frosted leaves, but these are frosted with ice, I guess. And there's the other side of that with another pocket, and same on the back side. And then here is your other side of the envelope with obviously another little tuck spot there, and ready for you to decorate. Again, another page from that book that is not Christmas, so I would suggest covering that with something. And here as well, but I just love the way that it tea-dyed. So, and if you really hate it, you can easily just rip that out if it really bothers you. Christmas carols. And then here is the last page from that little book about Christmas, and I just turned this one into a flip up. And yeah, I didn't mention this, but using some Tim Holtz washi from last year, I just love that black washi. I try not to use too much. And then on the back side, we've got yet another glassy bag that has been tea dyed. And then I just did a collage here. It's kind of ready for you to add your personal touch to it. You could probably add a little bit of writing there, but did a little collage. There is room for you to add something back behind there. It's a tuck spot. And then tucked inside, I've just got a greeting card. Trying to contain the glitter as much as possible, but you could use that to help decorate your journal with as well. So there we have that journal, and like I said, as always, I will have a link down in the description to my Etsy shop to each of these in case you are interested. And this is going to be the last of the new Christmas stuff for this year. I do still have a couple of journals from previous years that are Christmas in case you're interested. So I will make sure that those are easy to find in my Etsy shop also. All right, guys, I hope you are having a wonderful start to your week. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break, I think. Probably going to take a few days off from crafting. And I will see you soon. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.